Hello everybody, hello friends, welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play world. This is episode 9 and I'm just down here in what we built last time, just our little mineshaft hub beginnings thing. The more I'm here, the more I enjoy it. I think I want to add even more of this type of stuff where it's just like a little workstation, something like in the corner, just add those places. I think that will make it look just busy and crowded, and it's good. I'm liking everything. I think it's just turning out really well. So today I wanted to work on a couple things, and I wanted to let you know that I switched out a lot of this stuff, and I switched out a good portion, not all, but a good portion of the wood in the mine shaft and a lot of these things. So I didn't do this hallway, but I did go down in this hallway and do some there, and as well I did a little bit up there on this second floor, which I did connect actually. Now that I remind myself, I connected, if you come up these stairs or come around, I connected it through here, which is really nice. So we have a little overlook, and then we'll do something, I'm sure. But today we're not going to be in the mine shaft. I know I'm going to miss it too. But we're going to be out up top, and we're going to be doing some good old building. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we're going to work on a wall, and we're going to work on our first main building of the town. So I'll meet you up there and kind of explain the plan. All right. So I outlined the walls of everything with some gray wool. So here's going to be some sort of port or dock place. So it kind of will stop there, but connect on the other side. Come around here, there will be an entrance right there and there will be a bridge going to this island, and we'll do like a watchtower or lighthouse type of thing here. A lookout on this island. And then we'll come back around, connect to this dock. There might just be a space here for the beach. And then I didn't continue it all the way around here because I'm not exactly sure I want to do it this part yet. As well as my recording footage kind of muffed when I had built the walls, and for some reason it didn't catch my audio. So I've already built kind of the wall, and you didn't really get to see my process, so I apologize. But it's a pretty simple process. I'll kind of go over it, but this is kind of our wall look, which I am a big fan of. It took me a long time to get to a point where I really enjoyed it, but here it is. Here's the outside of it, and I'm gonna make sure all of that is coarse dirt, and it'll look real nice. But it's really simple. You kind of do a little layer of stone bricks on the bottom, just kind of random 1 to 3 usually is what I do. Sometimes I do 4, but 1 to 3 stone bricks on the bottom, and then you do 1 or 2, sometimes 3 of the smooth stone, and then you top it off with some diorite on top, and then you can go through with slabs and kind of make it look a little bit more natural and used, so there's like less dramatic drops and it's kind of smoother. And then we put these posts in the ground all along and put some trapdoors on there to give it some depth. And on the outside, we'll add more vegetation along the whole thing. But for now, we just have this one bush that we had placed before. But that was kind of my building process. We're not quite done. I'm going to add some detailing with some cracked stone brick and some regular diorite, some not polished diorite. But I think this is really good. This is going to be kind of the color theme of, maybe not color theme, but like the color representation, their kind of clan flag of this town. So that'll be kind of cool. And I also have some plans of what I want this town to be. So that's kind of the wall. I did a little bit on that side. I've started it there. We have these 2 entrances here, which I'm really liking how that looks. I think it's different, and it's not quite just stone, which is really good. So now the building. I've put some hours into figuring out how exactly I want this to look, and I think I've come to something that I really enjoy quite a bit. So you can see I've switched up the outline of what we had before. Doesn't quite follow this exactly, but I'll show you a time lapse of me building it, and then I'll kind of show you my building process in my creative world, just so you can kind of, you know, if you want to take any ideas from it, you definitely can. I can't take credit for the ideas that I used. I received some inspiration from some others, but I'll explain that later. But for now, let's get building. And there you have it, folks. We are finished. We got some jazzy tunes while I kind of talk about this build. Man, this took me some hours to build. Wow. I did not think it would take as long as it did, but it took me a good while. I ran out of spruce logs actually for this part with the detailing, just making it look kind of less flat. So I had to chop down some spruce trees and I broke my axe. So I got a new one and it was not a great enchantment. But I mean, efficiency is better than nothing, right? Just hoping there was some unbreaking. Oh well. But yeah, so of course it's not completely done. I'm sure we'll put some more details in here somewhere, like this one that I missed. So we're gonna just grab some trap doors. Are we gonna grab some trapdoors? Is that really? Okay, that is gonna happen. And some dirt, because I forgot to go and put this guy down. Boom, bang. So this took me a long time, not only to build, but a long time to figure out how I wanted to build it. But I'm liking it. I like the green roof. I like how it adds some color. I think it's really cool. And then the wool, and then there's green concrete as well. Most of it is terracotta, but there's wool and concrete, and of course some dark oak. And then there's just a little peak up there. And then down here is just some polished diorite stone bricks and cracked stone bricks. And then of course it's just the stripped spruce log, and then the spruce wood planks. So it's pretty simple palette, nothing too crazy, and then some walls here and there. But I think it looks really good. The inside is not to say much though. It's still, yeah, there's still my scaffolding everywhere, and it looks pretty jank, and there's random blocks glitching out. But I think this place is gonna look really cool. So far, and I got the jukebox. I've been to farm some levels. I've been just fighting people, fighting enemies at night. And I actually have quite a few records from it, so this was one of them. Stall. Okay, so I'm going to divide this into 4 different buildings, right? This is going to be 4 different shops. So I can't remember exactly where I divide it, but I divide it like here, kind of going straight across almost. I know it's divided in this middle section, and then I think it comes over a sec. And then this gets divided, and then somewhere around here is divided. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. This door and those doors are the same shop. This is going to be the biggest one, but I think this is going to turn out really cool. It's pretty big. I was hoping it wouldn't be too big, and I think it's not too big, especially because it's inside the wall, and we can even build up this going into it a little bit more because this side's a little flat. The other thing we can do is add a window to this side, but we'll see. Ooh, but I think it'll be pretty solid. I'll go into my creative world, and I'll kind of explain my process and where it came from. But I think this is beast. I'm pretty dang excited for it. Okay, so here is essentially my process. A lot of this came from a video that B000100. If you don't know him, he is a great builder, lots of great tips. He suggested, so this is kind of how he does some of his stuff, where he plans it out, kind of like I'm going to talk about today. So this isn't my original idea. I'll put a link to the video where he kind of explains this. I'll put a link to that in the description if you want to go check it out. But this is kind of how I took his process and his suggestions and made it my own. So yeah, so he started off, and so you kind of create some shapes that you like. This was our original outline of the building, so I knew kind of what my size needed to be. And then I created these shapes, and then I world edited and put them together, and then outlined. So these are going to be like our posts. This is going to be like our bottom. The cyan is our bottom, kind of stone-ish, and then this is our main material, and then there's our roof, of course, and windows. And then on the inside I went to floors and stuff, but floors and walls. But we don't have that in yet. But I think just putting these together, I think I felt like I created a pretty good kind of thing going right now, just to create it looking pretty natural and organic, but also entertaining, and it looks visually pleasing. The roof is always the hardest thing for me. I always have a hard time with roofs, and this isn't the final, but then I changed all the blocks around, and here is pretty much what we built in our world. Of course, there's some details here and there that aren't in the survival, in the Let's Play world. And then there's this stuff was just to help me count out some of it. So, but that was kind of my process. Shout out to B00, great builder. If you don't know him, check him out for sure. Just lots of great tips, and his process helped me out a lot on this. And here's the palette if you are interested. But I'm really happy about how this turned out, and I think it's going to serve a really good purpose for us. Just mostly as like aesthetic shops, but I think it's a great start to how the rest of the town is going to go. I'm thinking we won't do all the same colored roofs in the town, but we can do different colors. So this one will be green. We can do like a bluish cyan type of thing. And if you're curious what this is, this was just to help me count out the outline while I was building the outline. So it's just easier to count. I can count by twos. And then that was nice. But this is how the shops are going to be sectioned off. So this one will be kind of small, these two almost the same, and then this is the biggest one. But I really like this tower that we kind of have, and then the rest of it's kind of a building, but it's pretty neat. Of course, so you can see the rest of my stuff, the little picnic table, and that that is the start of what could be an oil rig. We'll see what happens there. But back to the world. All right, we are back, and I wanted to update this with everybody. Ooh, that looks kind of sweet. So there's our first building. You can, ooh, I like that. You kind of get to see the wool, and there's only 2 colors, right? Or is there a third? Those are shadows. So yeah, there's the concrete and the terracotta are the same, and I think the wool is the different color. But, oh, there's that. But I think that's a really good addition. And then we'll figure out what we want to put on the outside, some more details on, some little things out and about. But I like it. And then, of course, I grew some more trees because I needed more spruce wood. So that's podzol. But that's pretty solid. I'm stoked. If you can't tell, I'm really jazzed about this. Just like that jazzy little tune we were listening to. But overall, that's pretty much all I had for you guys today. It's probably going to be another shorter episode, but I might do a little bit of exploring. And if I think of anything I want to mention specifically or talk about, I think I'll definitely do that. So yeah, I'll see you in a sec. All right. So I was about to start talking about a couple different things that I wanted to mention. And here we run across a desert temple, so that's neat. And nope, come on, buddy. Come on, forward. There we go. So a couple things I wanted to mention was just some different things. Just a couple things about kind of my plans for the channel, and like I hope you guys are enjoying things, and if you want like anything specific, please let me know. But I personally have really been enjoying all of this. I just love making videos, and I'm really happy to like be doing this. And I don't know, I'm just stoked about everything. I'm glad for everybody who's been watching so far that you've been enjoying it, or you seem to have been enjoying it so far. For me, I definitely have. But I wanted to mention a couple things. Where are we getting out of here? Okay. First things first, I just like making videos. So I don't know, how things will go. Of course, it just depends on, I'm not necessarily trying to make it huge, but I definitely plan on posting videos for a while and, making the most of the time I have where I can do that, depending on how things go. I definitely have plans later in the year for different things that'll go on with school, and I'll definitely have to slow down because of that. But so far, it's just summer for me, so I'm pretty free to kind of do what I please, and hopefully please you guys at the same time. I really should have brought a bed. That's what I should have brought. Darn it. Oh well. And a couple of things. I joined a server. It's a vanilla server with a couple of plugins. No, data packs, where you have like the vanilla tweaks data pack and stuff like that. So it's nothing insane, but just a couple of those, not too crazy packs, but just make things a little bit simpler. And I was considering, I wanted to know your guys' opinion, what you thought. I'm kind of leaning on the side where I don't know, I'm right in the middle, because it gives you some things that you can't do otherwise, some fun stuff with player heads. I was wondering if any of you had an opinion of if I should or should not play with some of those data packs, like vanilla tweaks and stuff. I didn't know if any of you had an opinion, or I'm kind of on the edge. I don't think that I necessarily really want to. I think full vanilla will be pretty fun, and I'll probably keep it that way, especially if I do start to record on that little server with some of those buddies. So I think I'll keep it where it is, but I'd love to know your opinion, to know if you think that might be fun to be able to use player heads and kind of give us a little bit of a kind of unique way of building and kind of working that way. But I'm gonna take a sleep. But so yeah, vanilla tweaks, maybe not, probably not, but I might start recording on this other server too, play with some other dudes, see some other faces. That might be fun. A couple of them also record, so we'll see about that. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I am going to be going out of town later this week, so this is the only video that's going to be out this week, which usually I've been doing one a week anyways, but just wanted to mention that just so you are aware. And I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm actually going to Lake Powell, which is a lake, southern Utah, northern Arizona. It's in both of them a little bit. It's a pretty big one. It's a canyon. They just built the dam and filled it up. So, but it's one of our family's favorite places to go, and I'm pretty excited to get back down there because it's been a while for me because I've been out of state for a couple of years. But I never actually explained why we're exploring. I'm trying to find some bamboo. We're hoping to find a bamboo jungle. I mean, good luck, right? But we're doing our best. Another village. That's sweet. So I'm going to check this place out. But that, I think that calls it for today. That's all I really had to say. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'm going to keep looking for some bamboo today. And I'll see you in the next one. You take care. Bye-bye.
I know it's all. I know it's all. I know it's all.